Hello, I'm Senator Chris Dush. I'm here with Paula Scanlan, who was a University of Pennsylvania swimmer back when, what was his name again? Will Thomas was forced upon the ladies swim team. And Paula, you and I did a podcast here a few weeks ago, and I'm grateful that you agreed to do that. And we got you back here in the state capitol, and you've been talking to an awful lot of other legislators. You want to talk a little bit about your experience today?
Yeah, I mean, it's been really great to be here and meet legislators, just talk about the importance of passing legislation that will help protect women and girls in sports. But more than anything, I'm just so grateful there's so many leaders like yourself that are here, that are interested in hearing my story and also understand the importance of getting this done. And really just have met so many wonderful people. Pennsylvania does have a lot of good leaders and a lot of really great people out here in Harrisburg.
Well, there are a couple like Senator Phillips Hill and I who used to be swimmers as well. And neither one of us can imagine what you had to go through in that locker room. And for those who weren't there for the podcast or weren't able to see the podcast, can you touch briefly on your experience both in high school with what happened to you there and the emotions that came about as a result of you being in that locker room with Will Thomas?
Yeah, I've talked about this a lot. I was assaulted as a teenager, and so it being in a space with a man fully undressing in front of you while being fully exposed yourself was really traumatic for me, and not just for myself, but for many women. This is not something we should not have to go through, and that's really why this issue bothers me so much, because of course it's really unfair for men to compete on women's sports teams, but what a lot of people didn't realize is that this male individual was also undressing in a locker room with us, and this was not once or twice, this was 18 times per week that he was doing this, and no girl should have to go through that, and that's really why I fight so hard to ensure that this happens, and I want to see girls in the state of Pennsylvania also never have to go through this again.
Well, I'm grateful that you are stepping up and you're teaming up with Riley Gaines and others and women from other sports as well. I only wish the men had stood up a long time ago. Will Thomas's father really, in my opinion, failed as a father. He should have been there for your sake as much as for his son, because he's got some mental health issues that need to be addressed, and you don't fix things by ignoring them or going along with them. What are some of the plans that you have going forward, and what are you looking at with the next couple weeks? And I know you've got a pretty full schedule.
Yeah, I mean, we just continue to advocate for this. I think what we want to see now is try to pass legislation, not just here in Pennsylvania, but in states across the country. I mean, we obviously have the executive order under Trump, which is wonderful, but we really have to try to ensure this on a state level, because who's to say in 4 years someone else doesn't go in and undo this? And it's really important that girls in all 50 states deserve to be protected. And we're seeing now there's a divide between blue and red states, which is not fair. And I will advocate in states, even like I will send myself to California if that's what it takes to get this, and make sure no other girl goes through it. And I think that's really what I've been working on, and what so many of us have been working on this issue. So, and I'm grateful again for leaders like yourself who have taken interest in this and understand the importance of working on this and listening to girls that have gone through this and trying so hard to fight against it.
I'll just finish with this because I know you've got a busy schedule, but I'm grateful for President Trump, and like you said, the executive orders can be undone. I will be advocating, I know you are too, with the federal legislature to also do some things with Title IX to protect women across the country. So God bless you and Godspeed.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.